Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to our program Into Oru Tolinatham on behalf of Farm Graduates Forum. This is Agri Joe, the organizer of this esteemed organization. Farm Graduates Forum is a Tamil Nadu-based association of professional graduates. As I have said in the morning, we have agri graduates, horticulture graduates, veterinary doctors, fisheries graduates, sericulture, agri-engineering, food technology, fruit processing, dairying, and all graduates related to agriculture. The main aim is to update the technical knowledge of the resource person or our members, competence and skill of our members, farmers, entrepreneurs, and others to increase the productivity and production and make farming a profitable one. So far, we have conducted 315 programs on Zoom and WhatsApp groups. We bring experts from within and without the group and make the best possible information available to all. Today's program is organized on behalf of DAESI, and the topic is on the scope of agriculture or the prospects of agriculture. I am thankful to the facilitator, Mr. Ranjan Jacob, who is my classmate in my BSc Agri, and I am thankful for making this program. I am also thankful to all the participants, and I'll start the program right now. And in the beginning, I request Mr. Ranjan Jacob to say a few words about this program. Ranjan Jacob, please.
About this program, I would like to mention that this is a one-year diploma program scheduled for 48 sessions with 40 theory classes, 6 field practical, and 2 motivation classes. Out of the 4 motivation classes, that is 8 sessions, 4 sessions, the first session is covered by Mr. Joe today. The remaining 3 sessions will be covered half in the second semester, second half, then the third in the third, 5th month, and finally the 4th and the 7th to 8th month. So that's a motivation class. It's to give them a small relief for the subjects which they have studied so that they can easily digest whatever they have studied till now. As per the class schedule, after every class, we have a revision on the subject so that we get thorough knowledge of what we study, because most of these leaders are more than 50 years and go to their house, go to the dealers, shop and do business. And mostly they do not even open their books. So while in the classroom, we give a thorough study and afterwards the revision so that they never forget the basics of what they studied, so that they can replicate in their exams. The first exam is scheduled, or was already scheduled on 20th January, but it's been postponed due to the COVID-19. And it is reported that since the exams cannot be conducted on online, we are waiting for the college to open so that we can conduct the offline exams. The question paper is ready, and it's just about for us to initiate into the exam time. So by this time, most of the participants will have a small frustration in their mind of what are the questions to be coming and who is going to come the top, and all that will be decided in the first exam. So out of these programs, they have to complete about 4 record registers and 1 herbarium and 1 assignment, 1 success story, and totally 200 marks exam. So this is a very big task for them. So because this such a big task to be completed in 1 year, we have given them a small motivation program so that they can get a small relief. This is what I want to talk about the program. This program is a diploma in agriculture for service input dealers of Ernakulam district only. Every district has its headquarters in the NTI, that's the nearest KVK or university or a training center, and each training center will train 40 dealers only per session per year of that district only. The other districts will not be permitted to come to this district. As such, this is the third batch continuing, and I welcome all the 40 students to this group. The NTI is centered at RHETC Whitelair, Nadu. The course is programmed and managed the National University at Hyderabad. The course fee is 20,000 rupees, and for the licensed dealers, 10,000 rupees only, subsidy 10,000 from the government of India. This is what I would talk about the orientation of the class. Thank you, Mr. Joe.
സൗണ്ട് ഒന്നും കേൾക്കാൻ പറ്റണില്ല. ക്ലാസ് എടുക്കുന്ന സാറിന്റെ മൈക്രോഫോൺ മ്യൂട്ടാന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു.
So mic is in mute, sir.
So today the topic we are going to deal with is the prospects of agriculture or the scope of agriculture. As all of you know, agriculture is the main profession in our country, and India is considered to be an agriculture country. 70% of the livelihood of the total populace in India directly or indirectly depends on agriculture, and agriculture is considered to be the backbone. Then what is agriculture? Agriculture is both art as well as science of cultivating the soil. It produces crop, it raises livestock, preparing these products for human use like that. So it covers everything. Agriculture precisely deals with the food production, fiber production, cultivation technology, harvest technology, animal production, processing of plants or animal products for consumption and use. Agriculture includes agriculture, horticulture, animal husbandry, agricultural engineering, seed technology, food processing and preservation technology, fruit processing, agroforestry, poultry farming, dairying, fisheries, beekeeping, etc. And agriculture includes the cultivation of cereals, pulses, oil seeds, fiber crops, commercial crops, cash crops, etc. And while defining horticulture, it deals with the cultivation of flowers, fruits, vegetables, plantation crops, spices and condiments, and medicinal plants. While we deal with animal husbandry, it looks after the livestock and the cattle, then poultry, dairying, fisheries, beekeeping, etc. Agriculture education includes soils and intercultural operation, crop production, crop protection, mechanics, farm management, extension, economics, marketing, and rural sociology. So regarding the types of agriculture that existed in the world or in India, there was primitive subsistence farming, commercial agriculture, dry farming, wetland farming, plantation agriculture, intensive agriculture, mixed and multiple agriculture. As all of you know, primitive subsistence farming was carried over by the ancient people. That was for the purpose of just livelihood. Just for their livelihood, they cultivated and they made some food, produce, and they consumed it. Commercial agriculture is the one that is when we are doing agriculture for the purpose of making money or for earning income, then it becomes commercial agriculture. It includes the latest technologies such as this hydroponics or polyhouses and several other latest technologies. And for dry farming includes even in the dry land where there is no source of irrigation, proper irrigation facility, even if there is not available, depending upon the rainfall or some other precipitation or the rain-fed tanks, people go for dry farming. Then wetland farming is totally based on wetland, that is rainwater which is harvested in dams and tanks and which is having a systematic or system tanks which are fed now and then and used for irrigation and which is helpful for the farmers. Then plantation agriculture, as all you know, it is in the, especially in Kerala, Karnataka and a few parts of Tamil Nadu in the south, where we go for plantation crops. So then another thing is intensive agriculture. The latest one is intensive agriculture, where we go for several items. That is not in only one direction, we are going in several directions. It is so it includes increasing of cropping intensity. Then it has crop rotation. It has the latest technology, IT, IQ. So like that, several new technologies are involved in intensive agriculture. Then mixed and multiple agriculture is integrated farming system, we can call it. And here we go for more than one crop and one commodity also. Sometimes we go for livestock, cattle, goat, and poultry, along with regular agriculture practices. We have fishes, dairy farm, everything. So this is called mixed and multiple agriculture. What is agri production? Agriculture production is making of food, feed, and fiber for consumers, raw products for the industries. This is agriculture production. Scope of agriculture production. That is, in 1900, one farmer was able to produce food for 10 people. But today, one farmer is able to produce food for 80 people. Even I'll say rather 80 people is less, because when we go for intensive cultivation, we can have several number of people depending upon one farmer. And also they say 1 hour of agri labor produces 16 times of yield more than that in 1920s. So this is the latest development. And career in agriculture. Career in agriculture is good source of employment. Agriculture is a good source of employment, and there are a lot of business based on agriculture, like agri entrepreneurship or agriculture cultivation itself is a business, or contract business, hiring some people and doing agriculture work, or hiring some land and doing agriculture work, and produce. They are nowadays we are having collective farming scheme in Tamil Nadu, and so like that everywhere the central government has brought in certain schemes where collective farming is done. Several farmers are mingled together, and they have their own farmer producer organizations, companies, and making money. That is a so like that good source of employment. Agriculture is a good source of employment. Then agriculture plays a vital role in Indian economy. Since much before independence, India is a very good importer of onion, exporter of onion. So and nowadays after 1990s, see in before 1950s, there was food shortage several times, and people were not having enough food. People were not getting the required rice. So like that, there was a lot of problem, and that's why Green Revolution came. After Green Revolution, the several technologies were incorporated, several chemical fertilizers and pesticides were brought in, and several researches were started. So research stations, agri universities, so agri department was double folded. So like that, several good measures were taken by the Union government, and by 1990 we became self-sufficient in food. So after becoming self-sufficient, we have started exporting a lot of food material to other countries as well. So also agriculture promotes efficient production and quality food. See, earlier we were concentrated about only the quantity of food and only the production of food. Now we are concentrating on the quality of food also. That is food safety. There are food safety measures nowadays in agriculture because we have got a good quantity of our good production. Because we have good production, we are going for food safety. And agri product and processing. Seed processing is also there. So seed processing, it paves way for businesses. They can go for seed industries. Seed can be produced and marketed. Then food processing is there, fruit processing is there, grain processing is also there. Then regarding agriculture marketing, producer to marketer, marketer to consumer, and including transportation. This is the usual procedure taken up in the marketing wing. Then regarding the departmental activities, I have given, with respect to the majority of the states in the country. So in that aspect, Department of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare has been created recently by the present government, the government of India, and most of the states are having the Department of Agriculture named as Department of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare. There is a separate Department of Horticulture, Department of Agriculture Engineering is there, Department of Seed Certification and Organic Certification is also there. But in some states, instead of Department of Seed Certification, they have their Seed Certification Board. It is a board looking after the seed certification work. And seed organic certification is there, newly created in some states like Tamil Nadu. Then Department of Agri-Business and Marketing is there. Department of Animal Husbandry, Dairying, Fisheries and Fishermen Welfare is also there. Then what does the Department of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare do? Department of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare is having a huge number of activities, extension activities they have. The lower staff of the department visit the farmers, meet the farmers, give them the technologies in store, give them the latest knowledge about the latest varieties of seeds and other materials available in the department and in the elsewhere. And so this is a good extension work, and this motivates the farmers to go in for innovative or new technology and other things. There are seed farms and procurement of seeds made in the department. That is, seed farmers are selected. Good farmers from a locality are selected, and they are called named as seed farmers, and they are given the foundation or breeder seed or certified class 1 seeds, and the next lower category seed is procured from them. That is, if we are giving breeder seed to the farmer, we can procure farmers, this thing, F seed, foundation seed from them. And if we give foundation seed, we can procure certified seeds from them. If we give certified seed C1, we can procure C2 from the farmers. So it is a sort of business, and farmers are doing it, and it is a very good business, it's considered. Then seeds and other input distribution. Input distribution is done by majority of the departments in the country, and they are selling the inputs like seeds or fertilizers, some important PP chemicals, then traps and other things, and machineries also. So input distribution is a part and parcel of agriculture department. There are other welfare schemes, such as there are several schemes in effect in our country, and there are so many, like the Prime Minister's scheme is there, so some insurance schemes are there, Atma scheme is there, like that several welfare schemes are there in the country in several states, and people are, farmers are getting benefit out of it. Then Department of Horticulture is a separate department in many of the states. There they have the extension work also. There they have the scheme, development scheme on fruits, vegetables, flowers, spices and condiments, medicinal plants and aromatic crops. Seed and other inputs are also distributed by them, and trainings and demonstrations are given by the Department of Horticulture staff to the farmers. There are several welfare schemes also. Regarding the agricultural engineering department, they are doing soil conservation work. The soil conservation, as all of you know, it is very important. There is soil conservation we say that soil is the foremost media for agriculture. Without good soil or the proper soil, we cannot do good agriculture, or we cannot go for earning. So soil conservation is very important. That work is done by this agriculture engineering department. They have their own contour bunding and other type of activities. So that is very important and foremost. So they do leveling work in some selected areas, maintenance of water resources and irrigation work they are doing, farm implements and farm machinery distribution and maintenance they are doing, solar pump sets they are distributing and they are promoting, command area development work they are doing, construction of check dams and farm ponds. All these works are undertaken by the agriculture engineering department. Then what about seed certification department? Seed certification department, they certify the seeds produced by the seed producer. That is the main work, but the certification work is voluntary. Certification work is voluntary, and voluntary certification of seeds of field crops is done by the department. Not only field crops, fruit crops and vegetables crops are also done. Then there is one seed inspection wing there in the certification department. The seed inspectors, in some states, agriculture officers are doing the seed inspection work, and in some other states, quality control officers or inspectors are doing seed inspection work. They are the authority for imposing or enacting the Seed Act in the country or in the respective state. Seed Acts are there, seed control order is there. Seed control order is based on the Essential Commodities Act 1955. So all these acts, the seed inspector is empowered to enact. Then seed quality testing. Seed testing laboratories are being functioned under seed certification department. They test the quality of the seed, the germinability, germination percentage, and they issue stop sale order whether that seed can be sold or not. So those type of works are also done by the seed certification department. Then enforcement of seed act and other seed control order. All these are undertaken by the seed certification department. In addition, nowadays, some states have created organic farming certification also. Organic certification is either within the Department of Seed Certification or it is a separate department in some states also. So that is a new scheme. And regarding agriculture extension, I have taken a case study as in Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, we have directors, additional directors, joint directors, deputy directors, then below them assistant directors, agriculture officers, deputy agriculture officers, assistant agriculture officers like this, and assistant seed officer. These many categories of staff we have in Tamil Nadu, and the primary work of our officers is, that is the lower officers or assistant agriculture officers, and they should have the prescribed qualification of diploma in agriculture. In fact, they are the field officers. They go to the field, visit the contact points at panchayat levels and contact the farmers, and minimum 10 farmers they have to meet, and other farmers, whoever is there is requirement, they meet, they tell them the lab to land technology dissemination work is communicated to them. They they inform them about the various development schemes by the department. They inform about the subsidy schemes available in the department. They inform about the seeds available in the department and the latest this machineries and other things also. So this is the type of extension work they have in the field level. They arrange the seed farms on farmers' fields also. These lower level assistant agriculture officers, they are the primary workers and they do all sorts of field work, including seed farm arrangements. They procure the procurement of quality seeds of high yielding varieties. They are assisting their superior, the assistant agriculture officer. And another separate category of assistant seed officer is also there, who is purely looking after the seed farms and other works. They are the one cadre up from the assistant agriculture officer, and they'll be looking after the work of the assistant agriculture officer regarding seed farms, and they are responsible for the procurement of quality seeds of high yielding varieties. Then processing and packing of seeds in seed processing unit. Every taluk or one or two blocks, they have these seed processing units. Seed processing units may have a separate agriculture officer, or this assistant seed officer will be in charge of the seed processing units where the seeds are processed and packaging is going on. Then agriculture extension wing of the department does procurement of seed certification from the farmers, and distribution work is also done by the department. Then distribution of other inputs is also going on. That is micronutrient mixture, biofertilizer, green manure seeds, solar traps, pheromone traps. All these things are distributed to the farmers. As all of you know, pheromone traps, and nowadays solar traps are also coming with pheromone traps. So that is a new technology that is being adopted by most of the field farmers. Then area coverage of all food and commercial crops are taken into account by the agriculture extension staff. Maintenance of rainfall records, enhancing food production and food productivity. Why they are recording them, they are maintaining the rainfall records is, that is based on 100-year average rainfall data. They can presume the date of rains in a particular season, so that farmers can get prepared for that agricultural operation. So that's why we are maintaining rainfall data Then, that is the primary work in enhancing food production and productivity. Then distribution of farm machineries, farm implements, farm equipments, these are also done by the agriculture wing of the department. Then laying of mini kits of high yielding varieties are newly developed varieties. They are given as mini kits and the farmers are given it for trial in their field. Then adaptive research trials and cultures, that is, we call it ART trials, and these are directly from the university or research stations. We get those latest developed non-introduced varieties, and those varieties are given to the department officers. Agriculture officers are responsible for that. They lay the ART trials in farmers' fields and collect the data and report to the university or the research station concerned. That's how the other cultures are also on-farm trials and cultures are also done like that. Then demonstration for pre-release culture is separately done by few wings. And then the agriculture extension wing of the department does crop cutting experiment for crop estimation survey and crop insurance. That is for taking statistical data and analysis. Crop cutting experiment, that is a harvest experiment. Harvest experiment is done in the farmer field and the crop yield is estimated and that is taken for statistical purpose. Then another crop cutting experiment is done for crop insurance purpose also. So crop insurance, which is responsible, based on this yield only, farmers are compensated during crop insurance or crop failure. And crop yield competition is done. That is, farmers are motivated by conducting crop yield competition, and best yield is awarded. That is, the farmer getting the best yield in the millets or pulses or groundnut or sugarcane or paddy. They are given prize at block level, district level, and state level. So this is a healthy competition among farmers. The soil sample collection is a major work in our department, and soil sample collection is done at the rate of 5 samples per acre. 5 samples per acre should be collected, and the sample should be sent to the soil testing lab where the soil is analyzed and report is made and sent to the farmer, and they are making some documents. They are creating documents also so that they can develop soil map of a district or state. So that work is going on. Then regarding quality control and enforcement of fertilizer and pesticides, there is a separate officer called quality control officer in the principal agriculture officer or joint director office. So this officer will be enforcing. He is responsible for the enforcement of Pesticides Act and Fertilizer Act, Fertilizer Control Order and Pesticide Control Order. So samples will be collected by him from the dealer point and sent to the laboratory, and based on the result, he will initiate his actions. Then implementing farm pond, micro irrigation, and other agricultural engineering schemes is also undertaken. Then conducting demonstrations, trainings, and seminars and online seminars are conducted by the Agriculture Extension Wing. Execution of all central and state subsidy schemes. This is also done by this department.
Yes.
Then monthly once we have Grievance Day. This is Farmers Grievance Day is presided by the collector of the district, and where all sister departments officers will be present, and farmers will attend with their grievance. They will put forth their complaints to the collector, and most of the grievances will be sorted out on the spot itself. And if at all, if there is some grievance pending, that will be immediately taken to the respective department officer, and he will be asked to rectify it within a few days. within less than a week time. So that is a very good practice going on in districts. There are team meetings conducted to estimate the crop area covered, because there used to be a contradiction between the agriculture department staff and revenue staff who are collecting the tax. So nowadays we are conducting team meetings between agriculture staff and revenue department staff, and in the presence of statistical department block statistical inspector. So the grievances will be sorted out, and this area will be assessed in the block itself. Admoish work means that is now and then surprise inspection by the superior officers or the PA Agri or the collector or the district revenue officer or joint director or any officer above the rank of agriculture officer is also done. Then there is a Atma scheme conducted in every state. They are conducting trainings, they are doing demonstrations, they are conducting exposure visit, taking farmers to the nearby research stations or farms or fields for exposure, or sometimes to other districts and other states also. So this scheme is, these are the things conducted under Atma scheme, and the main important scheme of this Atma scheme is farm school. Farm school is conducted in block level at farmers' field. So a few farmers are selected, and in their field, the farmer schools are run. For paddy, separate farm school, groundnut separate farm school, like that. According to the need, farm schools are created in the block, and 25 to 30 farmers are accommodated in the farm school, and they are given training by 5 resource persons. This is a season-long training. So once a week or once in 10 days or so, the officers visit the field and give good exposure training to the farmers. Additional services executed by the department. Running of state seed farms. We are having state seed farms, some 38 state seed farms in the state. Then coconut nurseries we have, where we have our seedlings, either local varieties or hybrids, or that is D into T is available, T into D is available, and dwarf varieties are also available. They are produced and distributed to the farmers. And crossing centers are also there. In some places, even if we don't have our own farm, we hire the farmer's farm, that is coconut gardens, and we do crossing work there. And the seed nuts are procured from there and sent to the coconut nurseries. Then we have our own biocontrol laboratories. We have biocontrol laboratories where we produce this biocontrol agents such as trichogramma, trichoderma, and other things, pseudomonas. These are created these are produced in the laboratory and distributed to the farmer for nominal cost. And we have NPV production laboratories also. NPV, as all of you know, in the morning, Dr. Deba was telling you, nucleopolyhedrosis virus. And this is also, for this also, we have separate laboratories. Biofertilizer production units are also there. Pesticide testing laboratories are also there. And additional services, among additional services, we have our fertilizer testing laboratories, soil testing laboratories, farmers training centers, STAMMing, that is a state level training center for officers and farmers. Then these are the main highlights of the activities of the department. And now we are in for job opportunities. We'll discuss about the job opportunities here. That is, in the government department, we have agriculture officer, seed certification officer, farm manager, all in state government. Like that, in the central government also, there are several posts such as plant protection officers and things like that. And then in Atma scheme, we have in consolidated pay, we have some posts like BTM, block technical manager, and assistant technical managers we have under Atma scheme. Then for looking after several scheme activities in the administrative office, especially in AD office and JD office, we have technical assistants, temporary staff who are graduates in agriculture or diploma holders in agriculture. Then we have CEO in farmer producer organization. As I mean, you might have been aware that in several states there are collective farming schemes. Collective farming scheme is implemented in various states where they promote collaboration or collection of farmers joining together as farmer interest group. Then 10 farmer interest group will unitedly join and form farmer producer groups, and 5 to 10 farmer producer groups join to form farmer producer organization or companies. So in those farmer producers organizations, chief executive officer post is for agri graduates, and this is compulsorily, this has to be done as per the government order. And for those farmer producer organizations or companies who are abiding by the rules, they are given so many subsidies and other benefits. Then farming itself is a job. Many of our graduates, agri graduates and diploma holders, they are doing farming independently. They are having their own farm, they develop it, they sell the produce and earn. That is a type of business. Then private consultation is there. Private consultation means we can do consultancy services in agriculture. We can have plant clinic centers. We can have soil testing services. We can visit the field, inspect the farm, and give suggestion to the farmers. So this is also taken up by agri graduates in several places. Then civil services. Nowadays, civil services are flooded with agri graduates only. For example, if you take among IAS officers, many are agri graduates only, and especially you might be knowing that in Tamil Nadu also, the chief secretary is an agri graduate, the director general of police is an agri graduate, chief postmaster general is an agri graduate, and several IGs of police, agri graduates are there. So like that, agri graduates are placed everywhere. We can contest the civil service exam easily because we have exposure, a lot of exposure in several fields. So that is a good choice for us. Then we can go as work in research stations as scientists. Scientists, different levels we can work. We can join as junior scientists. We can become the heads and directors. Then in the banks also, formerly they were taking officers as agri officers or agri development officer for their schemes, for their loans and other things. And nowadays it's not like that. They are doing recruiting specialist officers as agriculture officers in banks, and they'll be involved in agriculture field inspection, agriculture loan activities, and slowly they are taken inside the banking work also. So they are involved in bank activities. So universities, we have got a lot of universities, agri universities, state universities, private universities, and even ordinary state universities are recruiting agri graduates for some of their projects, or not only projects, for some of their teaching methodology also. Then after BSc AG, MBA after degree, that is having a post-graduation in business administration after a degree in agriculture is becoming worthy, and we can develop the capacity to administer a company or to work in big companies in the managerial cadre. So this is also a way of education in agriculture. Then contract farming. This is the scheme recently promulgated by the central government, but of course it is not accepted by the farmers in many ways. But however, it is in practice in some states. So in Tamil Nadu, we have collective farming, not contract farming. But in some northern states, states, they have contract farming. Then the laboratories producing biocontrol agents and defenders are also there. That is, defenders nowadays, like the several beetles, ground beetle, and this what's that? Ladybird beetle, and these are main important defenders that kill and eat, consume all pests of paddy and other crops. So they can also be produced in laboratories like Chrysopha, Chrysoprilla. Many of the defenders are being produced in laboratories. Trichoderma viridi, Trichogramma chylonis, ladybird beetle, Chrysopha, everything is there. Then we can have our own seed farm, or we can organize seed farm on contract and do business. We can have our own private seed processing units and help the farmers in processing their seeds. Not only seeds, even grain we can process. Then seed production is a business also. Seed production is a business, either contract or own seed they can produce. That is also a good business in some districts like Coimbatore and all. It's a very big money fetching business. Then fertilizer mixing units. Fertilizer mixing units are also there that we can have our own, and it is a good business. Biofertilizer production units can be made. Trade of farm produce or organic produce can be done. Organic farming itself is done in some places. Contract farming as well as own farming they have. Then exports through APEDA. Farm produce can be exported through APEDA, especially organic farming produce. Organic produce are having good value through APEDA. Joint consultancy services with experts. Some 2 or 3 experts of different nature join together and do consultancy work. So these are some of the job opportunities. And another thing is we can have our own nurseries. We can have our own seed dealer shops. We can have the fertilizer dealer shop, pesticide dealer shop, organic pesticide production. We can produce our own organic pesticides. Biopesticides production can be made, biopesticides. Then private firm jobs, we can go for private jobs. Contract agency for polyhouse, nurseries and gardening work, we can have our contract agency. Landscaping work, that's also gaining importance in cities. So these are all a few other job opportunities. Then we can have our own orchid gardens. We can produce it and sell it for good price. It is a very golden business. We can earn a lot. Then seaweed production is there. Spirulina production is there. Food processing is there. Food processing is there. Fruit processing is there. Canning industry is associated with food processing. Regarding food processing, we can have our own, what's that? Value addition of agriculture products. Value addition of agriculture products and can be done, and that can be sold directly or exported. So it's a very good business. Dairy products can be made, like then marketing of all farm products and project preparation. Project preparation itself is a business conducted by some of the educated postgraduates in agriculture. And government is giving loans through primary agriculture credit societies, private banks, nationalized banks, NABARD banks with subsidies like that. Government is giving a lot of loans, and we can avail them and use for the business. Thank you. These are all the points I wanted to discuss with you, share with you. And any doubts or any more questions you can ask me. This is my, the previous one, this is my contact number, and this is my email ID, and you can contact me through agrijoe@gmail.com also. Thank you all. We have our own YouTube channel. You can subscribe Farm Graduates Forum in YouTube, and you can go through several other regular programs also. Thank you all. Thank you. Ranjan Jacob. Ranjan, please. Are you able to hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Now I am
Okay.
able to hear you. Yes.
Okay, could you kindly talk something about the Seed Act?
Seed Act, I'm not prepared now, but Seed Act is formed in 1966 based on Seed Control Order and the Essential Commodities Act 1955. That is, according to the Seed Act, the seed inspector who is designated by the state government can enter, break open or enter any premise of the where he doubts they have seeds. He can enter the premise and take samples, collect samples, and if he has doubt that it's not a quality seed, or if they are having no evidence of purchase or something like that, he can straight away issue stop sale order. So that is a primary work and power empowered on the seed inspector based on Seed Act. And he can take the seed samples, send to the notified seed testing laboratories, get the results, and based on the result also, he can issue stop sale order. So this is the activity of the seed inspector based on Seed Act. According to the Seed Act, seed should be, what is seed? Is any germinating material used for propagation is seed. So it can include clones, it can include seeds, like that. Any propagating material is seed, and that comes under the purview of the seed inspector. Then every seed, anyone selling the seed needs to have a tag on the seed pocket. The tag should contain the name of the seed, variety, producer name and address, and date of packaging, and date of validity, then percentage of germination, genetic purity, physical purity, everything should be there on the tag itself. If the seed is not having this tag, the seed can be seized straight away by the seed inspector.
Sorry.
Any
So
other
could
question?
you tell me about a few words about roof garden?
What garden?
Roof gardening.
Group
Roof
gardening?
gardening. Yeah. Any idea? Roof
Group
gardening.
gardening, I don't have idea. Group gardening, I don't have any idea. Ranjan?
You can ask now.
Your voice is not clearly audible. Will you take the mic near to your mouth, closer to your mouth?
Okay. Now is it clear?
Yeah, somewhat clear. Okay. Then members are also requested to interact. You can ask your doubts, questions.
One more doubt.
Yes.
What are the benefits of these rules and acts in agriculture? Any benefit for the farmers and dealers?
Yes.
If these rules and acts are.
Yeah, because of the Seed Act only, one officer is able to visit a dealer point, take sample. If there is doubt, he can straight away issue stop sale order if he doubts. But it should be done in good faith only. But if he has doubt, he can issue stop sale order on the spot and take sample from them, send to the notified lab, get the result, and based on the result, if it is substandard, he can go for filing a case. If the government insists, he can file a case against the dealer. He can be punished. If he is going under seed control order, you will get minimum of 3 months imprisonment, and maximum up to 7 years imprisonment can be given. So it is seed control order is a very dangerous act. So it is also there. And this is regarding to seed act. And if you are going to fertilizer control order, there is also the same thing. The quality control officer can visit any premise, take samples anywhere. If he has got doubt, he can go for closure or seizure of the inputs. So things are there. It is up to each state government how they issue guidelines. Based on that they will work. That's all. So there is a good choice. There is a good chance for the officers to keep the dealer points at check and control the quality. The quality can be controlled, quality can be maintained, defaulters can be punished. This is the purpose of the acts.
So could I get informed how is the seed license given in Tamil Nadu? Seed license
Is given by the seed assistant director of seed inspection formerly, and now it is by the deputy director of seed inspection. Deputy director of seed inspection is available in one per district or one per two districts. So it is like that only. Not every district is having deputy director seed inspection. There you have to apply, and the cost is very nominal only. I think it's only 100 rupees or something. So you can pay and apply in writing, and you can get it. The license will be issued only based on your records and evidences you have given, and based on the inspection by the seed inspector. While inspecting, your relevant records should match. That's the thing.
Okay. In Tamil Nadu, what are the essential qualifications for a nursery owner to manage a nursery? Any qualification required?
Nursery, floral nursery or foliage nursery doesn't have any act regarding to agriculture department. Only for seeds and fruits, multiplication. See, then only we have to go for this thing. Otherwise, flowers and this thing.
Nursery plants.
Nurseries, yes. Only if it is for fruit plants and other things, then it is under the act.
But the state horticulture mission, you must be knowing about the SHM. State horticulture mission. State horticulture mission.
Yes.
Or the national horticulture mission.
Yes.
In Kerala, the state horticulture mission has given some qualification for a nursery owner to own a nursery.
Yes, that is the purview of the state government. Any government can issue any order like that. Based on that, they'll work. In Tamil Nadu, we don't have state horticulture mission separately. We are doing national horticulture mission in the horticulture department. Horticulture department is doing, horticulture is a separate department in Tamil Nadu. Agriculture is separate, horticulture is separate, agri engineering is separate. Not in like in Kerala. In Kerala, soil conservation is there, and agri officers can do work there also. But here in Tamil Nadu is not like that. Here agri engineers are recruited in agri engineering department. Horticulture graduates are recruited in horticulture department. Only agri graduates are recruited in agriculture department. They will be looking after their work. That's all. And state horticulture mission, no such mission in Tamil Nadu, but national horticulture mission is there. That is under the purview of the horticulture department. Yes.
Okay. Then do you have a market intelligence department in Tamil Nadu?
So I am not able to hear Ranjan. Be audible, please.
Do you have a market intelligence department?
Market department is there. Marketing. We have a department of agri business and marketing. That is a separate department.
Market intelligence. MI. Market intelligence. Market intelligence.
Market intelligence. That is a part of the work by the marketing department. That's all. It is not a separate entity. It is under the marketing department.
But we don't have anything in Kerala. We don't have anything about the market intelligence.
Yes. Yeah. But in Kerala, you have this field crops very little, no? Very little field crops you have. So maybe the reason. That may be the reason. Your department is small, I know. Yes. Any questions from participants? Participants are welcome to put forth your questions.
No, sir.
Okay.
We all understand all things.
Pardon, sir? Hello, Vishnu. I am unable to hear you.
Yes, sir.
Ranjan Jacob?
Yes, sir. As
Yes.
Fernusman is present. Fernusman.
Pardon?
No, asking the students. Fernusman is present or not? From Kodamangalam. Are you there? No. Okay, thank you very much, Joe, for entertaining this class on motivation and scope for agriculture to the dealers of Ernakulam district. We are very thankful for your kind cooperation in giving us a Zoom platform for conducting our programs as online classes till the end of February. Meanwhile, as the government gives the order for opening offline classes, we'll be switching off to the training center. Till then, we are very grateful for your help, and thank you very much once again.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Agriculture
you.
Department, the R&D Whitelam, Samadhi Trivandrum, and Manage Hyderabad. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity you have bestowed upon me in meeting all of you. Even though, I mean, I'll be present in the coming programs also, I'll be just operating. And today, this is a chance for me to interact with you. I'm very happy. I belong to Kanyakumari district only. Formerly, it was in Kerala only. And
Brother is working in the Department of Agriculture, Kerala.
Yes,
No,
yes,
your brother.
yes.
His brother
Yes,
is
my
working
brother,
in Kerala.
he worked in Kerala and got retirement recently. And my father worked in the AGs. He was an audit officer in the Accountant General's office, Trivandrum. So I'm closer to you all. I'm closer to you all. I have visited most of your places in Kerala. So happy to be with you all. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
നമുക്ക് ഇന്നത്തെ ക്ലാസ് സെഷൻ നമുക്ക് ഇന്ന് അവസാനിപ്പിക്കാം. അടുത്ത ക്ലാസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് സർട്ടിഫൈഡ് സീഡ്സ് ആണ്. ഇന്ന് നമ്മൾ സീഡ് ആക്ടിനെ കുറിച്ച് പറഞ്ഞില്ലായിരുന്നോ? സീഡ് ആക്ടിനെ കുറിച്ച് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ അടുത്ത ക്ലാസ് വന്നിട്ട് സീഡാണ് ക്ലാസ് ആണ്. സർട്ടിഫൈഡ് സീഡ്സ്, ബ്രീഡർ സീഡ്സ്, സീഡ് പ്രോസസിംഗ്, ഇതെല്ലാം നമ്മുടെ അടുത്ത ക്ലാസ് 3/2/2022 രാവിലെ 10 മണിക്ക് നമ്മുടെ ക്ലാസ് കാണും. എല്ലാവരും വരണം. അറ്റൻഡൻസ് നിർബന്ധമാണ്. ഇന്ന് ഞാൻ 3 പേരുടെ അറ്റൻഡൻസ് ആബ്സെന്റ് ആക്കും. ഉച്ച കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് അനുരാഗ്, ഷമീന, ഫർദുസുമാൻ വന്നിട്ടില്ലല്ലോ. ഒന്നുകൂടെ ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചിട്ട് പറയാ. ഫർദുസുമാൻ, അനുരാഗ്, ഷമീന
ഇല്ല, വന്നിട്ടില്ല.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for this class, for attending this class, and
Thank you.
Thank you.
next Thursday morning at 10 a.m. I
Okay.
give you the link. Okay, one more thing. You don't have to change the link and the password because clearly. അതായത് നമ്മുടെ പാസ്വേഡും ലിങ്ക് ഇത് തന്നെയാണ് എല്ലാ ക്ലാസ്സിലും. ഓരോ ക്ലാസ്സിലും നമ്മൾ വേറെ പാസ്വേഡും ലിങ്കും തരികയില്ല. കാരണം അവരുടെ ഓൺലൈൻ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം നമുക്കൊരു ഹെൽപ്പ് തന്നുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്ക് നല്ലതാണ്. കാരണം നമുക്ക് ഇടയ്ക്കിടയ്ക്ക് കട്ടാവില്ല. മറ്റേ സൂം ആണെങ്കിൽ 45 മിനിറ്റ്സ് കട്ടാവുന്നതാണ്. ഇത് നമുക്ക് കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് ആയിട്ട് ഒരു ഫുൾ പ്രോഗ്രാം എടുക്കാം. അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ എന്താ ഹലോ
എക്കോ കേക്കണ്ട, എക്കോ എക്കോ
എക്കോ ഉണ്ട്.
ഹലോ
Hi.
ഹലോ ആരാ ആരാ
ഒരു തമിഴ് എന്താ
ഞാൻ വരാം